click the intro and we'll get started.
Listen,
Do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
no, I don't mind. Call the police immediately.
I don't get it.
No idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why have you come with my brain?
Where's my dough?
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? Welcome to Live in the Morning. I'm your co-host, Uncle Freezy. Yo, my man was here, but I think he may be having a tech issue. Okay. Yeah, yeah, Chuck having a tech issue. He'll be right back. But Vibesters, good mornings. It is, excuse me, I'm looking for the exact date. I know it's Wednesday, but it's January 25th. I'm gonna crank the day off with, I'm up here with, hold on. I'm up here with this. Look. Your man's is up here drinking, being healthy, drinking water, starting the day off on the right track, getting excited about to start this journey today, right? DSJ is in the building. What's good? I got water, DSJ. What's in your cup this morning, DSJ? You got water. I got water. So salute everybody. Good mornings. Yeah, man. What I want to do is get back to us doing the rundown, like how we normally do it. Right? I just talked to Chuck about that before his thing went down. But while I wait on Chuck, what I'm gonna do is play this for you since we hadn't played it in a long time. I'm gonna get the day started off with an oldie but goodie, and then we'll figure out how to get Chuck back on.
Yeah. Shorty, let me holler at you. Girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you good God. You're misunderstood, cause you're from the hood. From first eye contact, I knew I had to have that. Had a feeling you were something special. Didn't know if I could match that. You draw a crowd just to say hi. You make it happen, you stay fly. You big and everyone know. If I was a stock, you would raise mine. Even with a t-shirt and sweats on. Girl, you work it for me. Don't matter what they say about you. Baby, you're perfect. Girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you good God. You're misunderstood. Cause you're from the hood. That a Dominican girl. East African queen, called you my cinnamon girl. Sweet like grandma cobbler. You were a #1 prospect. Even if you're raised in the projects. And you got the whole game on lock. Cops and robbers. They'll build an altar, you're so bomb. You shoot them down so calm. You don't be playing no games. But sexy in jerseys you throw on. I'm your soldier, I will march in line. You know it's your world. Let me hit you with that Martin line. You go, girl, it's the way you walk. Command attention. It's all about your vibe. Your true intention. I call you good goddess. You're misunderstood. Cause you're from the hood.
They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, I would love to be the one that holds you. Console you in times of grief and listen when you're trying to speak. Your smile, it brightens up the darkest moods, and looking in your eyes is like gazing at the stars and moon. Just thinking about you, damn, I can hardly move. The depths of my feelings are hard to convey. Like trying to catch fish at the edge of a bay. Like I'm caught in an infinite wave. Cause even when you do the simplest things,
Yeah, man. Love that joint, man. Love that joint, man. That is Hood Goddess by the original DSJ. Okay. All right. So let's get into this rundown this morning. All right. So what are we going to do here first?
I'm overheated, can hardly sleep at night, doing crazy dreaming. You're the reason why. Hiding by the baby, losing my mind. Don't try to save me.
Yeah, man. So according to CNN, Germany finally approved the delivery of tanks to the Ukraine. The Leopard 2 the Leopard 2 tanks to the Ukraine. Wow. And also according to CNN, Trump and Biden teams both jump on Pence disclosure about classified documents. I think this might wind up being a serious issue. This might be something a little bit more serious, right? That is according to CNN. And for my money, I generally try to steer clear of certain news agencies because they're really not news, they're more entertainment. And y'all know who I'm talking about. The ones that get certain bases riled up for no reason. Every little thing the other side do, they dramatize it and turn it into a Broadway play. DSJ says, you want to know how I feel about Hood Goddess? It's the way men on films feels about Kelly and Peg Bundy. Okay. All right. Whatever, DSJ. Stop playing. There he is. Mr. Chuck is in the building.
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Man, good, boss. Good. And the ironic thing is we have been here already, but, tech issue and me like getting off to a slow start, man. Chuck, I have a random thought, bro. I want to kind of run by you. I did some current events while you were out. right? But I want to do this though. I want to run a random thought by you. But before we do that, I want to do this thing that Chuck is introducing. It's a thing called Word of the Day. Y'all bear with me, okay? All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Chuck, let me get into a random thought because it's a thought that is, when I say all over the place, you hear me? Because we're about to have a serious conversation, but when I throw out this random thought, the randomness of this thought that is multifaceted is going to be like, is Uncle Freezy smoking with Shaggy and Scooby-Doo in the back of the mystery van? All right. All right. Let me do the random thoughts thing first.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
Oh,
That's the joint right there, right?
baby. Man, I wish I could sing, boy.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. That dude, we reached out to him, right? Didn't he? I think
He hit you back on Twitter. Yeah.
I think he thanked us or something, but he never, So I
Right.
guess he's appreciative.
Oh yeah, they definitely appreciative of the love. I think pretty soon I'm gonna hit him like, hey man, really digging it. Like I said, come through for an interview.
Right. Right. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. So my random thought, man, is this. Man, I'm such a fatty, bro. I was dreaming about eating, right? And I was dreaming about eating because I ate something. Okay. So I think what they say is I think they say don't go to bed on an empty stomach, or go to bed on an empty stomach, or whatever it is, right? I ended the Knicks at Night podcast and hopped into the room, you know what I'm saying, to lay it down, and then I grabbed a couple of pieces of fried chicken, and this is like 3:00 in the morning. I grabbed two big pieces of fried chicken and Mo threw it in the air fryer for me to crisp it back up, and I doused that thing in some hot sauce, and I watched the New Edition movie. Right? So it puts me to sleep and KOs me, right? So I'm like, so about 7:00. And how I know it was about 7:00 my time is because I could have, you know how you're in that nebulous state, but you could still kind of feel what time it is. Like your body clock is letting you know like what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you could see like through your window, like you could see the sun coming up, like you can see it's light outside. And in my dream, I could see myself standing over the grill, waiting on steaks to finish. So what that tells me is multiple things, Chuck. That's validation for me being a fatty. And also what it tells me is that I need to get my damn life together. Right? Because I went to a doctor's appointment yesterday. You know, we went to the hospital yesterday just for some. I didn't get seen. I'm gonna just leave it like that. Like it wasn't. Of course, you know me. I'm really responsible. When I get hurt, I never go to the doctor. I do it really responsible and mature, right? Really responsible and mature. That's bit. Hold on. Let me.
Salute, Vibrant Ones. Unc, I think Unc just want a steak. I think he got steak on the mind. I don't think he needs to get himself together.
Nah, I stepped on the scale yesterday, and I've gained about 40 pounds since late October.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
October. So you're talking about October, November, January. And I think what it is part of it has to do with medicine. Like I stopped taking a certain medicine, right? I think it's putting like water weight on me or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then 2, I've been sedentary for a while because I've been hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm dealing with like a couple of things, and I need to get my mind right and get my fat rump together, man. I just got to do it, man. I just got to do it, man. Instead of out here, you know, thinking about random stuff, like instead of thinking about random stuff, bro, I need to get this thing together. You feel me? Like it's beyond. Like where I am is like that song from Dead Prez. This is bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Like here I am sitting. I got man. Look, I start the new year off with a opposite of bang. You feel me? Because I was telling myself the whole time at the end of the year, man, I'm gonna eat right, do the right things, blah, blah, blah. And then the new year comes in, and I'm always almost to February, and I'm starting off hustling backwards.
Okay. So man, I'm not a psychologist.
So what's it? So
I don't want to throw out a whole bunch of jargon that I'm, you know, vaguely terms that I'm vaguely familiar with. I think that Uncle Freezy is manifesting, projecting his subconscious into the conscious, causing a chain reaction of reality versus thought.
Nah, it's just that honey buns taste good. Nah, I can simplify it. And to mind you, I don't even eat honey buns, but I'm thinking about them.
Right.
Now, I'm constantly walking around the house asking Miss Mocha, my you know, Bohemian Queen. I'm like, yo,
yes.
What we got in here sweet to eat? She said, nothing. Yeah, nothing sweet in here. You want to drink some water? And these have a sweet taste to them, but they have zero sugar and zero all that other stuff, right?
Right.
But I'm like Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. I'm at that crossroads, bro. I'm at that crossroads where if I don't do something right now, man, then things just gonna get crazy.
So let me ask you this: you have no sweets around the house at all?
No.
That's not a good thing.
Right.
Like,
so last Friday we bought a fruit platter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, apples, pineapples, honeydew. What's the orange? Cantaloupe, grapes. Right.
Oh,
So what I've
that's
been trying
great.
to what I've been trying to do is get away from carbs.
Okay.
But what happened is I didn't do a wellness check. Like I didn't step on the scale, because what it is I've been sedentary. I've been basically, I ain't been working out, been doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. Like I've been
Yes, sir.
really, really like not that. So now my weight is around 400 pounds right now, even though I don't look it. Right. It's 400 pounds stretched out over like a really tall man. Right. So
Right.
I don't necessarily look like it. But 400 pounds is a lot, bro.
I can imagine. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. And then I'm in here wondering why my knee is hurting. Now I know why.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, that could be part of it. That could be part of it, carrying around that weight. But if your knee is sore, or your knee has been bothering you all this time, it could be something else, and the weight is compounding the issue. You know what I mean? Let me ask you this: what changed from what changed after October? Because from the outside looking in, it seems like you've been on your stuff. Like every time we saw you, you was eating a salad or eating some, chili flakes on plain popcorn, drinking the water, really putting in the work. Do you think it's just the exercise, not being able to exercise?
No. I think it's like a medical thing. Like I think what it is maybe a lot of water weight,
Yes, sir.
like water retention, and definitely loss of muscle from not moving.
Okay. Yeah, DSJ. Yo, DSJ, I was BSing around, man. A disclaimer to anybody in the chat that heard me say all that nonsense about the subconscious and all that. I was just messing around. Don't take it serious, man. Let me ask you this. Did you take like water pills?
Yeah. And did I
And you
stop
stopped
taking
taking them?
and did I stop taking them? Yes.
Sir. Sir.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yo, I'm gonna have to move to South Carolina again.
Bro,
The way you was on my neck, y'all don't understand. Uncle Freezy used to call me 2, sometimes 3 times a day when I first was diagnosed with diabetes.
Yeah.
Don't call me, Chuck. What you eating? What did you have today? You check your numbers. You work out with some dumbbells. You walk. What you doing? All right.
Yeah.
I'll holler at you later. And he'll call later. Hey, what you had to eat? What you doing?
Right.
Sir, I'm gonna have to come down there and make sure you got Unc. Come on, Unc.
But Chuck, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. And Chuck, and so I want to talk about this, but I want to talk about the 2 other things you and I talked about yesterday. And I don't want to
Yes,
put you
sir.
on the spot. So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna tell you now, right? And then that way we can go along this path, but we could save some time for the other conversations. Yesterday we had a conversation about
Yes, sir.
naivety, and I want to kind of get back to that too, if you don't mind. And I also want to talk about
Yes, sir.
and I also want to talk about the I don't want to call it Karening, but how certain things are being force fed to us through entities like Disney and the public school system.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
like same-sex relationships and
Yes, sir.
all of that stuff. But right now, though, Chuck, here's the thing. And listen, if you don't want to talk about it, we ain't got to, right? But here's the thing about this. I stopped
Yes,
taking
sir.
those water pills because I was having things happen. Like you see me be touching my face, and what it is my face would be flaky, and I'd be like, "Why the fuck is flaky?" And it's because I'd be dehydrated.
Right.
Right. So I'm drinking. I'm knocking down these. You'll see occasionally you see me turn around like, and it'll be Mo bringing me another one of these. And I'll be like knocking down so many waters during the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, at some point, man, I gotta get a balance. So I say what I'll do is I'll stop taking the water pill to stop taking off so much, you know, stop taking off fluid. And oh boy, GI is in the building. Just who I need to see. GI, we about to talk about 2 topics in a few minutes. And all I'm gonna say is for GI and Soul Finger Man, if y'all scared, I got a dog here that's just as scary. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have good company. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about a couple of things. But Chuck, I stopped doing the water pills, man, because I was like having like the flaky skin, like the symptoms of dehydration. You feel me? Like, why am I so tired? What the hell going on? Am I dehydrated? You know what I'm saying? You using the bathroom and you look at the way, you know, what happened after you use the bathroom. You're like, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
So I stopped taking them to see if that is it. And you know what? That is it. That's it, bro. Gee, I was like, man, I ain't never scared. Yeah, I know. We got a topic today. I hit them fellas up yesterday and it was just talking about a certain thing, right? But yeah, Chuck, it's not when I did it, it wasn't just because, you know what I'm saying, I'm being negligent. It was because I gotta figure something out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Right? I gotta figure something out. Right? When you dehydrated, you get hit with certain things. Like, you know how you get hit with like the dizzy spell? You like not walking around dizzy, like, but something that hits you, you're like, oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You get dizzy for a little bit. So I was like, man, you know, am I dehydrated? Let me stop taking these things all together. And then so I started drinking. And then next thing you know, I feel like Santa Claus. Yo, I have a hoodie that I love, my Mets hoodie. I don't even have it on because it's fitting kind of snug. Now I'm wearing the champion one. I got this champ, you know what I'm saying? This champion one, what is this? It's like I throw in the champion hoodie. It's like a 3X, bro. You know, your man got to get what's going on. A 3X? What's going on? Yo. These last 6 months, man, I got to get my life together. I had the leg infection in October, and I don't want to sound like, you know how your uncle come to town? You be like, hey, Uncle Willie, how you doing? And he be like, oh, you know, well, I had the gout in my foot, you know, and my blood pressure been kind of high. The doctor put me on. I ain't want to have that conversation, right?
Right.
I ain't want to have that conversation.
We should.
You know what I'm saying? But what I did want to say, though, is just in a random thought, bro, I got to get this thing together. Because last year, 2021, 2022, I had the back, you know what I'm saying, the back thing going on. And I probably still have the back thing going on. But it's less of that. Now it's like the leg, the knee, all of these things. So now I'm trying to figure out what's going on, man. So ultimately, Chuck, what I'm saying to you is, here's the random thought part of it. I got to start back boxing.
Hey,
That's
man,
the
why
dream
not?
part.
Foreman came back. Might as
Yep.
well. Huh?
Yep. I got to start back boxing. That's the random thought of it. You see how all those things had went all together to come to this one place? That's what I'm thinking about doing. And I'm thinking about recording the journey in little snippets and putting it on Vibes.
That sounds like a plan, man.
That
man,
sounds like a foolish plan, but I'm about to do it.
Hey, drop some fire emojis in the chat, man. Show up this support. We want to see that.
Yeah,
we never got the privilege to see you in your younger years throwing them hands. So I want to see Unc on the speed bag, on the heavy bag, putting somebody on their back in the ring.
I think it'll be a whole bunch of exercise stuff for like the first year, maybe.
Yes, sir.
For definitely, because definitely a lot of shadow boxing, a lot of bag work, a lot of that stuff. That's what I think I got to do, man, to get to that place. Hey, GI, listen, and see, GI is a young man, so he can be like, man, GI ain't co-signing this thing, right? GI young man, man. GI might be. I don't want to say how old he is, right? I don't want to. I don't want to give away people's age. You know, I respect people's privacy and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Yes,
I'm guessing GI is somewhere between like 44, 45, 46, 47, somewhere in there, right? So what I'm gonna say to GI is, man, when you get to like this certain age, it's like now or never. What you gonna do? Right. Like Chuck, like I'm a big guy, right? So I got certain goals. Like, you know, my goals are like to do stuff like walk 5Ks in a certain, you know how they do like 5Ks, run your thing for charity and all of that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I want to do those for charity, just like do 5Ks in a certain amount of time. Yeah, I do 10Ks in a certain amount of time. Right.
Yes, sir. Okay, those are doable goals, you know.
Right.
And that's setting yourself up to be able to accomplish it. Because you know, sometimes when people set these goals for workout or whatever in their life, they set the bar in the stratosphere, and then when they don't reach it, they feel defeated.
Right.
You know what I mean? So start small, reach that goal, push the bar up a little further. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's been about 19 years since I really put in work in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm talking incline, curls, 5 set of 5, like making the wall sweat in that thing. It's been like 20 years. Man, I tried to walk up 8 flights of stairs.
What?
My motherfucking thighs was burning. They weren't burning, they were burning.
Right. Like that Florida commercial. Man, you going up 8 flights of stairs, all I can hear is apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Bro, you talking about
Yeah. I halfway through, I was like, yo, this was a mistake.
Right.
This was a mistake. Like I'm thinking, man, it was only a few years ago, man. I could do this. Nah, bro. That was 19 years ago. That's a
like
long
Jay-Z,
time ago.
Like Jay-Z, it was all good just a week ago.
Yeah. It was oh yeah, cuz man, come through, man. We're gonna put some weight on the thing, we're gonna let you, bench press something. Immediately I get in there. I was like, man, put a 45 on each side, put a 35 on each side, and 2 5s. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna work out with that.
Yeah.
Hey, cuz I ain't trying to be funny.
Right now, Chuck, I bet you, what is that, 205? I bet you, or was that maybe 215, maybe, or 205, whatever it is, right? I probably won't be able to do that thing 70 times right now.
I didn't get it. I ain't get it off the rack.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, no, heck no, man. I used to work out with 315, man. That's 345s on each side, man. I used to throw that thing around like it was nothing.
Right.
So, hey, cuz I was like, yo, I'm a grown man. I am a grown man. You gonna start me with the bar?
Yeah.
At least put 25s on there. Nah.
No.
We saw your face. We saw your face.
Yeah.
Let's start with the bar.
And you know how, yo, and you know how. So yesterday, I did something so embarrassing. Right. I'm walking and I'm grunting at the same time because I'm gimping right now. I'm gimping real bad, right? Allah Wise is in the building, right? So I'm gimping, right? Just on the leg, right? And so I'm walking, and these white ladies are standing by, like it's a gap. You know how like there's an exit, there's a turn towards the elevators, and then you go straight to like bathrooms or whatever, and it's like this gap, and they there, and I could see them, and then my stomach start turning. Not like I got to use the bathroom, but I need relief. Yeah, I know what kind of relief I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Like I got to crop dust something. You know what I'm saying? You know how you used to, and you like, oh, I can't hold it, and then you can hear, and you're like, oh, am I ready to crop dust these 5 or 6 white ladies right here? I mean, I don't mind crop dusting nobody, right? I was in the store one time. This little girl walked up beside me and was just like getting in my way to get candy. I crop dusted her, and she was like, ew. And I was like, that's what your ass get. You got to start respecting people. You're going to cut in front of me to get some candy because you're a kid. Yeah, I crop dusted her. Dead in her ponytail. But with the ladies, I try to be more respectful. I try to be a gentleman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm walking up and I just can't help it. So I'm like, Soul Figure. Is there anybody 50 in the chat? Where the older guys at? Is there any older guys in the chat? The older guys, y'all know what I'm talking about? You know how like you start making like decisions, like they're not even business decisions no more. You know what I'm saying? They just regular. You like, do I try to hold my stomach or do I just let this thing out and keep it moving? Like, what's more important? Would they think of you because you? What's more important? Would they think of you because you pass gas in public, or you feel you getting that thing out your system? Better out than in. Chuck, what about Chuck Classy? Right, Chuck Classy.
Yeah, what is he talking about?
Yeah, Chuck Classy, bro. So I know Chuck a gentleman. So Chuck would have been like maybe turned the other way and maybe did something, like turn the corner. You know what I did, Chuck? It sounded like a monster truck rally right there in front of what? And the lady looked at me. I was like, "You in the hospital, bro? Everybody in here sick." You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
I used to hold it, bro, and I stopped because I ended up getting stomach pains.
and all kinds of that. Like, nah, man, hey, gotta go. I'll warn you. I'll warn you.
But yeah, but and so ultimately, what I'm getting at is I'm at this point, man, where it's now or never with the getting in the gym thing, right? Like getting in the gym, getting that thing back right, tightening up, right? I think I'm at that point. I'm feeling like that level of desperation. You know how you got to get to a level of desperation if you want to turn the thing around.
Absolutely.
I think I'm at that point. So I've been getting some stuff online. Like I got some so y'all know, so swimming is my thing. I like the pool, right?
Right.
I like the pool. So I like to get in the pool and do laps, but I hadn't done it in I don't think I've done it in 5 or 6 years. So I think that's going to be the cardio that I get on. Right. Get the body stretched out. I like swimming stretches out all these muscles that I hadn't used. And so it gives you that cardio plus, for big guys, it's less stressful on the body and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that's going to be the move. I'm probably start today. I'm going to probably record some things and put it on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Throw it up there to let people, see the journey and all of that. So, we'll see. But Chuck, I want to, if you don't mind, I wanted to talk about the thing we talked about yesterday on the phone. Not that we shared conversations with everybody, but I wanted to share that conversation, right? Specific because I think it's impactful. Yes, and I think the chat will enjoy it. So chat. So one of the things Chuck and I talked about yesterday, right, is this. Do y'all have a friend that is so naive that it makes you want to jump in front of a train? Do y'all have a friend? Do y'all have a friend that's so naive that it makes you want to just give you an example. I have a cousin.
Right.
I have a cousin, and she is so naive that you really can't believe what you're hearing. Right? You legit can't believe. I have a cousin. Right? I have a cousin, right? I ain't gonna say her name, but she was like, yo, guess who called himself trying to holler at me the other day? And I'm like, who? And she said his name. Let's call him Al. Al. Yo, Al called himself trying to holler at me the other day. And I'm like, girl, cuzzo, oh man. Don't tell me you trying to, yeah. She's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? He said he got his life together and that him and his girl, broke up and, you know what I'm saying? And that he just trying to get a fresh start and he tired of people judging him. And so he was like, he saw me and he just wanted to talk because he getting tired of talking to people that judge him all the time. And I'm like, cuzzo, he gaming you. He like, yo, why you always think I'm so naive? And I'm like, yo, because this dude ain't changed. You know what I'm saying? He just want to get a taste of chocolate and you right there. And he's like, man, she like, this I'm grown. I'm 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? You talking to me, I ain't no kid. And I'm like, oh yeah, what'd he say? You're like, you going, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I invited him over to the house. We just gonna talk. You invited him to your crib? Why you ain't go over there? Right? He like, he said something going on, man. They fixing stuff at the house and they got stuff everywhere. So he don't want me to come over there yet. Really? 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 So you just gonna, and so Chuck, fast forward a little bit. You know, she come, dude, Al drop her off at the driveway. She walking up to us, you know what I'm saying? Like bopping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, were you coming from the gym? You got a ponytail, boss? She the rag on her head, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Feel good.
where you coming from? I'm like, so you know, I get straight to the details, right? I get straight to the details. You and Al cutting? And she like, damn, you ain't even gonna ask me how I'm doing? Clearly, you are fantastic.
Absolutely.
Like, nah, we just friends right now. I don't know whether we gonna take it to the next level or not. And I'm like, hey, so it's been like 3 months. You been to his crib yet? Nah, why you keep asking me that? And I'm like, because his girlfriend is there, dummy. That's why you ain't been to his crib. You ain't even been by his crib. Nah, he said he moving. Chuck. Why? What? Chuck, think about it. If you got a friend and y'all about to take, and he live in Dolo, and he about to move, the dudes I know gonna bring their friend or that chick that's in that little thing. He gonna bring her by the house so he can help him pack up them boxes. They gonna be folding up his sheets, putting them in the boxes, labeling them boxes so they can move. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The lady said he gonna bring his friend by the house so she could, you know what I'm saying, pack up his dishes and put them in like them little totes and stuff,
boxes and things like that.
Yeah, or you know what I'm saying? Oh, Chuck, she's so gullible, Chuck. She's so naive, and so he like, so I'm like, yo, has he even invited you to his crib during night hours? Like, you know what I'm saying? You go over there, y'all watch some movies or whatever. And he like, nah, he like going to sleep early. So he'd be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? About 7:30 in the evenings, yo, we just call it a night. And then we just go and then we be texting. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all don't even be on the phone? He texting you? He's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He just like, you know, winding down for the night. You know, he don't like talking on the phone 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, he don't like talking on the phone because his girl be there. And she's like, I hate you, Uncle Freezy. You just swear I'm so naive. And I'm like, whoa, you not naive. You the side chick and don't know it. And she's like, I ain't no side chick. I ain't gonna never be no side chick for nobody. Really? So he don't talk to you at nighttime. Go to his house at nighttime. You don't know where he live at really. You know what I'm saying? You just know he live in such and such apartments, but you don't know what number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chuck, the naive conversation baffles me, bro. Like, how can you be so naive?
I don't.
Don't it drive you crazy?
It does. It does. But ignorance is bliss, man. and I try not to shatter people's, view of the world and view of other people based on my cynicism, right? I think people like that usually, like they just a pure soul, man. Like they don't be having a mean thing to say. Like they usually be going with the flow. Happy people. Usually they're happy people. So I figure like my way of processing it is saying, well, you know what? This is a good soul that just don't know any better. Like their rose-colored glasses are still on. And I don't want to necessarily be the one to knock them off, but maybe give them a little nudge. Like maybe you need to pull them down a little bit, pull them down on your nose, look over the rim,
right?
So you can see what's going on out here.
Take them off your face and put them on your hat or something.
Right. Because this is not embarrassing for me, but embarrassing for you. Like, because yeah, man, just certain things would be a red flag for me. That's definitely a concern. You've been dealing with someone for a few months and you really don't know anything about them. Like you're messing around with them and you don't know nothing about them. Like you can't, like if something were to happen, right? You know that person's name, you know the vicinity in which they live, or at least what they told you. You know what I'm saying? I try not to knock people like that because on a certain level, I believe people until they give me a reason not to. And once I get that reason to not believe you, there's nothing you're going to be able to say to me ever again to make me believe you, because you had my trust from the beginning. Like, that's nothing. Because I know a lot of people like, oh man, you got to earn my trust. Like, what is the test for them to earn your trust? Because people will pretend to the end of days in order to get what they want. Right. So if they feel like it's a test, oh man, this is a test. Let me do the right thing. I let people be themselves. Be who you are. I can decide for myself if I want to rock with you or not. Right. So when it comes to being naive, man, I just think everybody plays the fool, man. No exception to the rule.
Everybody plays the fool. But Chuck, this is the thing. This is the thing. So she naive and gullible, right? But you would think she would be more. I tell you, no lie, I tell you who she looked like. This is my cousin, like one of my younger cousins, right? She like 10 years younger than me, right? She looks like that chick from Changing Faces, not the lead singer one, the other one, right?
Okay.
She looked like the chick from Changing. You remember that group Changing Faces? The girls from New York.
Wait. Was it Stroke You Up? Stroke You Down? All through the night.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember when the song came out, like the song, because I have a cousin that looks like Faith Evans, except she's got like red hair or whatever. That's my baby, my cousin. I love her with all my heart. She looked just like Faith, right? Mm-hmm. And then they used to be like, yeah. And so this is our running joke. They used to be like, "Yo, Uncle Freezy look just like Heavy D. Make that thing," and I'd be like, "But diggity 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 D." You know what I'm saying? And we be joking around, and then we got a cousin that looked like the lady from Changing Faces. So that'd be like that used to be our little running joke. But what happened is dudes used to see my cousin, the one that looked like the one from Changing Faces, right? They used to be like, "Dang, boy." But for certain dudes, she just like nah, no, keep it moving. But then for other dudes, she be like so gullible. He be like, nah, man, he told me that him and his wife was breaking up.
Oh no. Okay. that ain't gullible.
Yeah.
That ain't gullible. That's a mother fool. That ain't gullible.
Nah.
She knows what's going on, but she wants to pretend to be in denial. Nah, son.
Nah,
Because
hey Chuck, she want to get a man a chance.
A gullible person is gullible straight across the board.
Right.
Across the board. They're not picking and choosing who they gullible with. With certain dudes, you act like you can't tell which way is up. That is because you are. Dang, I don't want to say it like this, but yeah,
I thought that was being naive. Across the board was naive. I thought that was naive. I thought gullible was like you could fall for game. And maybe I got to
like those two words. I would say they're interchangeable, but when it comes to that situation with that family member, that ain't gullible, man.
So that ain't naive either.
No. She knows what's going on. She knows exactly what's going on. She put it on the front for you.
Nah, man. Her personality, no, man. This girl, I don't know, bro. I'm not being naive. I know what it is. I already been through too much stuff in my life. I already know what it is. But dudes can be naive too.
You are 1000% correct.
Like
Absolutely.
we in the chat, like we got dudes in the chat that have been gullible and naive. I ain't gonna say who, but at some point, we've all been in a situation where we wish we could have did things differently. Let me put it that way. Right? We've all been in that situation where, a girl so fine, you feel like you got to work overtime to go buy her this necklace because you want to show her how much you really appreciate her. Right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think some dude, and she gave me you. She like got 4 different necklaces from 4 different dudes.
Oh,
like she legit lived by what's the lady? What's the lady? What's the lady that sung that song? Is it Betty Wright? Tonight's the night.
Yeah, that's Betty Wright.
I think all of us, and she's the one that said you got to use what you got to get what you want.
Okay.
I think all of us have been. I think a lot of us have been in that situation where you meet this lady and she using what she got to get what she want. And dudes is basically, selling a mama car because this girl need an apartment.
But that's desperation. That ain't naive. That's a fool being desperate, man. Listen, have Chuck gone overboard to get some box?
Nose wide open.
For sure. I've definitely stuck around too long for situations. So I'm like, man, let me get this. I never paid any rent, but I bought bags. And to be completely honest, I bought bags recently. So but I know, but I don't. I'm not under the auspice that this woman likes me like that. It is an absolute arrangement. It is an absolute arrangement. Once in a blue moon, hey man, especially when % off. Let me grab 2 of these bags or a bag and a wallet. Hey yo, I got this coming through. Okay. I don't think that girl is my woman. I am not buying for her love. I want what I want. And so when Betty Wright is like, you got to use what you got to get what you want, people do that all the time.
They go both ways, right? You got to use what you got.
I feel like you can't. Naive or gullible. Like it's in every sense. It's not just when it comes to relationships. You know what I mean? Like everything they do is like, yo, are you Mr. Magoo? Like, what's going on?
Not Chuck. I like with me, it's stuff. I mean, it ain't never happened to me, bro. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna never get me to admit to saying like, you know, Uncle Freezy wasn't smooth enough, you know what I'm saying, to get it without, hey girl, that's just Uncle Freezy. What the hell wrong with you? You know what you looking at? I mean, that's what I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know we all do it in a different way, right? But yo, nah, I don't know why. I saw what you said. You think I missed it? He said you got to go through it to recognize it. Nah, no, you don't. Not me. Not me. No, nah, bro. Nah, man. I ain't. Nah. I just nah. No, man. Me? Nah, no.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't see it. Cause I will whip out them LL lines in a minute. Like, surely you must have lost my number, fell into a deep slumber. You know, I ain't get ready. You ain't get ready. I'm a gang. No, I'm gonna use the gift. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know what I'm saying? JB, nah, no, not me. No. I gotta get way down the road. I gotta get way down the road before, you know what I'm saying? Because when I was a bachelor, I enjoyed the bachelor experience. Like to me, the chase was just as important as the capture. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like big game hunting. I ain't never told you the story about how Patrick was threatening to call her security guards on me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Julian Blum. So Julian Blum never heard the Janet Jackson story. So I'm like, yo, JB, I'm gonna just say one thing real quick about Janet, right? Just real quick. I ain't gonna get into the story, but I see her face to face, and I'm like, hey, Janet, and she suck her teeth and turn her back, right? And I'm like, I'm sorry for offending you. I forgot it's Miss Jackson. If you nasty, this is how I used to like that. You got to be clear, bro. I feel like you know what I'm saying. I heard it 40 times. I know. I know every time. Look, I think Mo about to throw something here at me, bro. Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't. I just heard too many stories, man. I just heard too many stories about you know what I'm saying, like the bread being spent and body count and what the ladies talk about after things. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much for me. That'd be like a bridge too far for me. I'm just like, yo, I just got to use, like, everybody do it different. Like some dudes be having bread. Like with me, I never had bread, so I couldn't do it like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it. Otherwise, nah, man, nah. But not, like with me, I never had all that stuff. Like I never had resources like that, so I had to depend on myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't, like I ain't never had the bread. Like I could just take the ladies out to Ruth Chris on the first date. Nah, to me that's like an anniversary gift. That's like third year anniversary to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know I'm sounding petty, but nah. That's with me. I just, you know what I'm saying? Look, like, yo, I'm not. What I never, man. A lady asked me. This was like 90. A lady asked me to take her to the state fair on a first date.
Yeah.
The state fair, Chuck.
Yes. I've done it. I've had plenty of first dates at the state fair and the county fair. Absolutely.
At the I'm talking about in Columbia at the fairgrounds?
In Columbia, Lansing, I've been at all of them. First dates. Yes.
Bro, Keith Sweat was at the fairgrounds and the lady, she was like, I just don't know. I want to go to the Keith Sweat thing at the fairgrounds. And I was like, well, shit, I want to go too. She was like, well, maybe we can go together. No. I'm not taking you to no state fair. Sorry. The state fair, first of all, the state fair is where everybody, not everybody, and this is just me talking about during that time, not now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course not now, but when you a bachelor, why are you bringing a date to the place where all the women gonna be at?
Right. But most of the people that be at the state at the fair be coupled up anyway. It's only be a handful of girls walking in a group together. And then two, you get to walk and talk. You get to eat. You get to eat them homemade fries with vinegar. You get to share elephant ear or funnel cake for those up north. Funnel cake. Yeah, man. I think it's a good first date. I've definitely done that.
Nah, bro, no, man. Me at the fit, no, nah, man. I just no, nah, man.
I mean, I can see if you say you was taking a girl to the club on a first date. I would never take a girl to the club on a date ever.
Nah, I ain't no. Mm-mm.
There's girls at the club, like, yeah, man. The fair be in town for like a week, man.
Yeah.
You can always go back. You can always go back on a dolo mission. I don't know anybody that just goes to the fair once while it's in town.
Y'all need maybe y'all need to put me on game because to me, I just feel like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I just I saw my man's, no lie. I was talking to Chuck about this the other day. I had my man's Hewitt. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch some of that stuff Hewitt used to go through, bro. I used to be like, man, how do you not see it? So chat. So just my man Hewitt used to be my roommate in the military. We was like battle buddies, like me and another dude. Like we was battle buddies, right? And so we'd go somewhere like we went to this small town in Louisiana called Marksville, right? Marksville, Louisiana. Okay. I'll never forget it because it was so. It's like I want to say a small town in South Carolina, but y'all probably won't recognize. Marksville is like one of them towns that got like 8,000 people. That's the population, like 8,000 people, right? And that's total. That ain't in the city. That's the whole area, right? We go. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, exactly. So exactly, right? So we go. And like we see my man at the register hollering at two chicks, and we like, because he don't never holler. He always do like, nah, man, I got my work clothes on. Or nah, man, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money in my pocket. Nah, man, it's a work night, man. I only like to holler on the weekends. You know, he that dude, like he don't never, no matter what the time, no matter how fine she is or whatever, he don't never holler, right? So me, a dude named Solo and a dude named Norris, and we with Hewitt, and Hewitt is hollering, right? And we like, yo, he nudged me like, yo, look at your mans. And I'll never forget the reason why I remember this so well is because at this time there was like the beginning of like this thing called the Native Tongues. It's like a movement, like all these rap groups is like a collective was like coming together, and it was so new, and we was caught up into like this Daisy Age native tongue, straight out the jungle type of. So Hewitt hollering, and I see the lady reach over the counter, grab a pen, pull Hewitt's hand, and write something on it. Right? And so I'm like, yo, Hewitt just got a number. So, Chuck, so in case y'all don't know, bro, I'm easily excitable, right? I'm easily excitable. So she write his number down, and I go running over there. The lady's still there. I'm like, yo, Hewitt, you got a number? Yo, these ladies is fine, bro. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at Hewitt. I'm like, yo, Hewitt, you did your thing. And Hewitt look at his hand, and I grab Hewitt's hand. I look, and when I look at his hand, ain't no numbers on it, right? She write, meet me outside on his hand. So, I'm like, oh, holy crap. Hewitt go outside. He talking. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy, right? So anyway, the weekend go on. Hewitt go see them, blase blah, all this stuff. We get back like during the work week, because Marksville was like 2.5 hours away from where we was at.
Right.
During the work week, Chuck, we at the motor pool. You know what I'm saying? This dude is making plans. It's like a Tuesday. I'm like, hey man, we think about going to Austin this weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? You and John Hewitt had a car, right? Hewitt had a good car. I had a car. It was a POS. So we used to like a lot of us had POSs, and Hewitt had a good car, right? Because he college graduate, you know, blah blah blah, all this stuff. So he was like, "Nah, man, I can't catch y'all this weekend, bro." What? Hewitt, we hang out every weekend. He like, "Nah, man, I gotta go see my girl." Hewitt, what the hell did you just say to me? He's like, "Nah, man, I gotta go see my girl this weekend." Hewitt, did you just say you gotta wait a minute, Hewitt, what did you just say to me? As you say, nothing makes me feel this way. My girl. Hewitt, did you just say my girl, Hewitt? After 3 days, bro, Chuck, this was a Friday night that this happened, right? Friday night this happened.
Oh boy.
This is a Friday night this happened. The lady write the thing in his hand. The following Tuesday, he like, yeah, that's my girl.
Where's Hewitt from? Originally?
Haiti.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Haiti. He from Haiti.
That sounds right.
Oh.
That sounds right. I'm just saying, man. People. Yeah, man. People fall in love like that. People fall in club love, and first of all, yeah, like, he wasn't used to getting girls like that. Because the very first thing I would have thought she would have wrote, "Meet me outside." Oh, she's done this before. She's done this. She's done this before. That's me. She's done this before. Your girl. Yeah, I've had to slap a couple of friends like that. Your girl. How's she your girl?
Yo, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Bro, 5 days?
No.
That's your girl?
No way.
You talk. So we came back. So no lie, we got back Sunday evening about 8 o'clock, right? You know how you hang out with like you find like company, and then you like letting the company know you about to leave, you about to go back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro. We in the car. We in the car, right? The ladies is out there, so it's one of the weekends. Like I didn't catch nothing, right? I didn't catch nothing. I ain't, nobody bats 1,000 in the game. Nobody bats 1,000 in the game. I don't care who you are, right? But my man, we excited for my man's. So we out there. It's me, Chuck. Chuck. So it's Hewitt and one of our homeboys, right? Okay. Me, one of our homeboys, Solo and Norris, we out there, right? And so I think Norris finds somebody. I think Hewitt finds somebody, and I don't want to say his name. I'm just gonna say the Detroit Soldier is out there, right? So me and Solo is around the trunk, letting them dudes. They at the front of the car, we at the back of the car. We wait. They talking. They hugged up, leaning on the car. Hewitt is hugged up, leaning on the car, bro. Right? The Detroit Soldier, his girl walks off, right? Like, his girl walks off. So this dude gets in the car. Now, tell me, I know you're going to recognize who it is. You don't even know him, but you're going to recognize who it is when I say this. He gets in the driver's seat and turns the radio on, right? This dude with Hewitt in front of the car with this lady he just met. Norris is at the front of the car with this lady he just met, right? And so the Detroit soldier gets in the car, it turns the radio on, right? And the next thing you know is a tape saying, now, mind you, they having a romantic moment right there in the front of the car, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I met you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is something that was whatever you say to somebody when you want to keep, you know what I'm saying? This dude gets in the car and cranks it up, and all I hear is, it's plain to see you can't change me because I'm going to be an N-word for life. This dude is playing NWA while them dudes is up front hollering at the chick. This dude is playing NWA. N-words for life. Right.
Yeah.
So Chuck, this is the same dude now. When we was riding, when we was in the car, we was in the joint. It's like me and a girl, him and his girl. The girl I was with was friends with his girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
We in the car, right? And this dude is playing Freaky Tales by Too Short. Right. I'm thinking, yo, the lady's like, yo, what's wrong with your man? Put the Al B. Shore tape in there. I ain't want to hear no Al B. Shore. You got chicks in the car.
It don't matter what you want to hear.
These are the tales, the freaky tales. You playing Too Short with the ladies in the car. So my man,
I could see. Listen now. There are some females that is on that.
Yeah,
there's some females that are on that. Like, yeah, that's my right there. Turn that up.
Right.
But read the room. You know that ain't what it is. And you trying to set the mood.
Right. Hewitt, when we get in the car, Hewitt is mad. He like, yo, how am I gonna make this girl my wife and you playing N-words for life?
Wait,
and we like, what? What did you just say? He like, how in the world am I can't even concentrate, bro. You playing N-words for life, and I'm trying to make this lady my wife. So I'm like, oh my God. What?
I'm out. I can't do it. I'm out. How? See,
what?
See, that ain't even that ain't even naive, man. That's desperate. Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta come on, man. Like, come on. Like, come
man. You talking about the NWA? The dude just don't have no awareness, bro. He just don't have no awareness.
I'm talking about the guy that says, I'm trying to make her my wife. Yo, I would have slapped the out of him right there, wherever we was at. Like, yo, let me talk to you, man.
This is after this. This is after we already in the car. We already left. And he's like, yo, I can't even concentrate, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here trying to talk to my wife, this lady that might be my wife, and you playing NWA N-words for life. I mean, come on.
Okay.
This is a little bit too fast for me. Things move too fast for me. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm just not ready. Like that conversation, I'm like, bro, things are moving a little fast for me.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot your man some bail on this and say, if he's saying this in the car in the presence of the woman, he's trying to win brownie points with her, right?
Okay.
By using the term "my wife," trying to make my wife make her feel some type of way. But if he rolled up on your man's, like I was parked and he turned it on, and he rolled up to your man's like, "Hey man, turn that off. I'm trying to make this girl my wife." I'd have slapped him right then and there. Get in the car. Get your ass in the car.
In the car.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like, nah, man, ain't nobody calling your mom, telling your mom you strung out on some small town cooch. Are you crazy? Get in the car, man.
So it is first of all, it is Louisiana, and it does happen, right? It happens in Louisiana a lot more often than, but and I'm not going to get into the whole Beyonce thing about this right here. All I'm gonna say is that Friday morning, my man was talking about, you know what I'm saying, doing correspondence courses to see if he can work towards his master's degree, right? And correspondence courses, for those that don't know, is like basically you do your college work away and you mail your stuff in and they grade it, right? You do a lot of reading on your own, and this is back in the day before the internet was the internet and all that, right? Friday night, this dude talking about, I'm talking about Friday night after, I guess it's Saturday morning. Saturday morning, about 4 or 5 o'clock Saturday morning, this dude is talking about moving his stuff down here from Newark, because he's from Newark, New Jersey, right? So Saturday morning, he talking about moving his stuff down here and living in Louisiana.
Man, he better not mess with none of them Creole women. They put that root on him, man.
Hey, Chuck, all I'm saying is, how you go from Friday morning, you like, yeah, man, you know, I gotta submit this thing, you know, I'm gonna go by the post office so I could drop this stuff off for the correspondence courses and all this stuff, to Saturday morning, hey man, what about school? Man, it's correspondence courses, bro. I can do them anytime. I'm thinking about moving my stuff down here, man, and you know, what? And so I had to ask him, bro. I asked him, man to man, Chuck, you know, I don't mean to violate or be disrespectful to nobody, right? I don't, you know, I was like, yo, boss. I'm like, yo, boss man, are you a virgin? Is that what it is? You ain't, I mean, King Poppy is in the building. What's good, man? What's good, King Poppy? I'm like, yo, what? What? Bro, I cannot believe what I'm hearing. I can't believe it. Friday morning, you talking about saving money, going to school, doing all this stuff. Saturday morning. Now, mind you, when this is going on, I'm like, we're like in our early 20s. We in our early 20s, right? Like, okay. Hey, Chuck had having a technical issue, but he'll be back. Yo, we like in our early 20s, right? We ain't talking about doing nothing, man. But you know, what's popping at the time? You know what I'm saying? What's popping at the time? I'm dabbling with some stuff. Like, I'm trying to figure out who I am. For the most part, man, we just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Be safe, have fun, have a good time. Right? My man is like, all of a sudden, he in the car talk about his girl. And we're like, big dog. Before, yo, we was calling you Friday morning, we calling him Books. Friday morning, his nickname is Books. Saturday morning, this dude, otherwise, listen, man, I'm man. Remember that song, Everybody Plays the Fool sometimes? Yes, but I don't think he knew. Well, maybe that is what made him the fool, right? And Sophie's like, money and skins. That was it. Right? Right? That was it, man. Yo, it's crazy. Right? And then if you can imagine what your friends are like when you 20, when you 21, 22 years old, if you could just imagine what it's like when you see these things happen from one moment to the next, you're like, yo, come on, B, what's happening? This can't even be real life right here. This can't even be real life, boss. Right? So you like, yo, come on, boss. So Tuesday, so think about this. So Friday night happens, the event occurs. The event occurs Friday evening-ish. Like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Right? Because we get to Marksville, we go to the movies, we watch a movie, we come out, we go to this dollar store type store. It wasn't the dollar store, but it's like that. Right? It's like, like a dollar store type joint. And we see the ladies, and the next thing you know, my man life is turned upside down. And otherwise says, we from the era where our pops used to play that while you ride with him to the bar. We was fortunate, right? Yeah. Bro, but my man's, so Chuck and I started this thing about naivety and being gullible. The thing is in this sense, I don't think my man was gullible, but I think overall he is a naive person, right? So this had nothing to do with him coming to the States as a teenager, learning the culture, you know what I'm saying, and certain things that, the culture, you know what I'm saying, some things are like lost in translation type of deal. Like you get here as an 11th grader, you know what I'm saying, you finish out, you know what I'm saying, none of that. Like he came over, like he got here like 16 from Haiti and lived in Newark, went to think he went to one of the Newark high schools, whatever, went to college, you know what I'm saying, joined the military, blah, 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 all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's, I don't think it has anything to do with culture, right? I think it had everything to do with him being naive, right? Because I think he would have been naive wherever he would have been at. Right? Like, and otherwise says, we learned early, some dudes still don't get it. Grown men can't be naive. Or can they? Right. That what I'm saying is he reminds me of Will Smith character in Hitch. If you ever saw that movie Hitch, when Will Smith was in college, how naive and thirsty he was. That's what he reminded me of a little bit, except way less smooth. He's just a regular dude. And Soul Figure says, 2 things happened to your man. He ate the spaghetti and she hit him with the root. Yeah, she hit him with the root. Yeah. And see, and like our and Soul Figure, the thing is our leadership used to pull us to the side and be like, hey, look here, hey, this place ain't like other places. And I'm like, man, you ain't tell me I'm from the city. You ain't did country town. This ain't nothing. I already seen everything. I don't live in the city. I don't live in the country. You ain't great tell. He like, Uncle Freezy, listen. Louisiana is different. Like these gals down here, they different. And I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna tell me. I know. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna tell me. I know. Brother BK is in the building. What's good, boss? So my man meets on a Friday evening about 6:37, Tuesday at the motor pool. This dude, he can't sleep. He can't eat. He can't think. He can't live. All he thinking about was the previous weekend. So he says, "Gotta watch out for those honey." Yeah. Yo, it reminds me of this song. What's the joint? I think R. Kelly. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't think. I can't live. All I can do is just think about you. That was my man's. Right? Because no lie, we used to play like, okay, so back in the day, we used to have this Super Nintendo. Like everybody used to have like a Super Nintendo, right? And used to go in Cat's room and play like NBA Jam or some type of whatever the game is, whatever the hot game was at the time. All of us would be in a room like, yo, I got next, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Right? Right? I got next, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. And so we in there, this is like a Thursday or a Thursday night, right? And my man is packing his bag. And I'm like, yo, what, you packing your bag? Where you going? You going AWOL? He's like, nah, man, I ain't going AWOL, man. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that, man, when I get off, man, I could just shoot straight down there. I was like, yo, wait a minute, son. You going by yourself? He was like, yeah, man, you want to go with me? No. I ain't going down. No, I've been there and done that. What we need to? I'm like, yo, man, I'm going, man. I'm staying the weekend. You sure you don't want to go? No, I don't want to go. And so for the record, that weekend I wound up going to another place, right? Wound up going to a place called Waco. And I didn't know at the time it was a bunch of craziness going on in Waco. That's another story for another day. I didn't know Waco was one side of town, like the railroad tracks or whatever, one side of town. It's like, you know what I'm saying, everything's straight on the other side of Waco though. But that's neither here nor there. So my man's is like, yo, nah, I'm going. And so we have to sit down with him. Like lunch, Friday, the next day, we have a sit down lunch. We all in the chow hall. And for those that don't know what the chow hall is, it's the cafeteria where soldiers eat at. So we at the table, my man tapping his foot. Like, man, I can't wait for this day to be over. And we all be like that. It's Friday afternoon, all of us waiting for like, yo, we got to get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? The weekends, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. It ain't even had nothing to do with a chick or that chick. It's when you young and you got money, you living for the weekend, right? Ain't got nothing to do with a chick. It ain't got nothing to do with a bunch of chicks. It's the weekend. Man, think about it. You 21 years old. You got a pocket full of money, right? Everybody got cars, no responsibilities. Ain't no moms trying to make you cut the grass Saturday morning. Ain't none of that, right? It's just you're a grown man. You got money in your pocket. You could do whatever it is that you want to do. Right? Right? I says, I ain't know you knew Hoodie Cab that. No, this ain't Hoodie Cab. No, man. Nah, man. Nah. But yo, we sitting down, we like, yo, bro, did she put that thing on you? He like, what thing? Soul finger, bro. We asked him. We like, yo, did she put that thing on you, boss? And so Soulfinger, he looks so let me chat. Let me take y'all back to when y'all was like 20. Think about this. Think back to when you were 20, right? Think back to when you 20, you 21, 20, 21 years old, right? And you think you did something good. You think you did some adult shit. Like you just think you did one for the ages. Right? Soulfinger, we asked him, we like, yo. So it's the group of us, all the homies. So it's like 10 of us at a table, all of us like hunched over each other, and like we got Hewitt at the end of the table, right? Like we investigating, right? You know what I'm saying? All the homies, we loud in the chow hall, you know what I'm saying? The mess sergeant's like, man, y'all be, you know, all that frat and J, you know, he raising hell, but we over there. So we like Soulfinger, we ask him, right? My man stands up, my man Norris, he was like the captain of our crew, right? He had been in the military a little bit longer than us, right? He had been in the military a little bit longer than us. So he got and a tiny dude, like 130 pounds, soaking wet, right? So he goes over to Hewitt. He like, yo, did she put that thing on you? And he says no. Right? He says no. Right? Takes a sip of the juice. You remember the juice used to get out of the chow hall? The juice used to come out the dispenser. You fill up your yellow glass with it. You know what I'm saying? So he takes a sip. He sips the juice and puts it down and says, she said that she ain't never felt like that before. And while I was doing my thing, she said, oh my God, I ain't never felt like this before. You got my emotions all stirred up. And then she started crying. She's like, I ain't never felt like this before. You got my emotions all stirred up on the inside. And then she started crying, like tears coming down her face. Right? And we was like, oh, she got him. Got him. This dude think he put it down. Oh my God. She got him. And look, hey, Soulfinger, he put the cup down. He looked at us like, yeah, man, I mashed that out. And yo, we laughing so hard at my man, yo. Like, she gamed the hell out of him. She gamed the hell out. Yo, I ain't never felt like this before. And got the Erica King. Y'all remember All My Children? She got yo, she did the All My Children, crying like the tears coming down on my man's. And my man felt like oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Bro, we laughed at my man so hard, bro. Oh my, we laughed. We laughed at Hewitt, and you know what he did? He got up from the table, put his thing in, and put his tray up, and he went to the motor pool. He wouldn't even talk to us for the rest of the day, bro. I'm like, Hewitt, man, why you mad? Hewitt, why you mad, bro? We was just joking, bro. You know what I'm saying? He like, why y'all think I'm so naive? Y'all think I'm gullible? I know I'm older than y'all. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all think I'm don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, bro, she told you while you was mashing it out. She's like, oh my God, you stirring up emotions in me. I never felt like this before. And then she started crying. And now you think you got the best. You think you got the best mash game ever. Little do you know she reeling you in. You about to be a baby daddy for the next 25 years. He don't even know it. He don't even know it, Chuck. And I'm talking at the time. And guess what, Chuck? He did become a baby daddy with that same lady.
God damn it. I missed the part. I missed the part. I wanted to ask you, was this dude a virgin?
So, all right. Here's the thing. When you ask a man if he a virgin, 99% of the time, what you think the answer is gonna be?
No.
But Norris asked him. He's like, "Yo, you ever had noonie before?" And I'm cleaning it up, you know what I'm saying, for the show. Like, "Yo, you ever had noonie before?" "Yeah, I had noonie, man. I had noonie since I've been here." "Yeah, Uncle Freezy, tell him such and such came to the room that night. You was asleep. Yo, you ain't heard me over there." "Nah, I don't remember that. Don't drag me into your life." "No, I ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna get me the line for nobody. No." "Uncle Freezy, stop playing. You was over there. You was drunk, man. You was asleep. You was on the bed. You was on the bed, sleep with your clothes on. You don't remember me?" Bro, if I was drunk, sleep with my clothes on, I ain't heard you. trying to get me to lie for you. No. And then you bring it up just one time? Yeah, nah, man. Nah. Yeah, Chuck.
So he never had none. Okay. Because now everything makes sense. It makes sense to me because I'm like, oh, all right. So he ain't never had none, and he probably ain't never really kicked it with a girl this intimate, right?
Right.
So his nose is wide open.
Wide open.
He's wide open. Okay. He's definitely naive. I take back what I said earlier, because see, I know dudes that just whatever the situation is calling for the box, like they doing. And I'm like, word. This stuff seems kind of demeaning, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth that to me. But okay, so he's not okay. All right. Yeah.
Some things just a bridge to
Okay. Well, I just, like I said, man. Wow. And then, okay, so if y'all was like 21, he should have been what, like 24, 25?
20, probably about 23. He's like a couple of years older than us. Yeah. This is like, what's this, like 89, 90, something like that? Yeah. So he's super young. Like he's still a young, like a really young cat that still ain't really experienced anything. Right.
Usually, even in him growing up in Jersey,
right.
Especially during that time, man, like the early 80s till I say maybe like the mid 90s, man, immigrants had it hard, especially ones that look like us, and once they start talking, they had it hard. So I'm going to assume, and I know it's dangerous to assume, but I'm gonna assume like he wasn't pulling chicks in Jersey.
Right. The reason why we tight is because all of us was from the same area. Like it was like the tri-state dudes, like Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. But me, him, my other roommate Brown, who passed away, you know what I'm saying, may he rest in heaven. Brown was from North Carolina and Newark, right? And Brooklyn. So he lived in Brooklyn, he lived in Newark, he lived in North Carolina. And so I never lived in Brooklyn, but I lived in Jersey City, North Carolina, South Carolina, some other places. You know what I'm saying? Some, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and Hewitt, was from Haiti. He moved to Newark. So we all of us, like we right there. My two of my roommates from Newark and I'm from Jersey City, right? So it's 3 dudes in the same room. It was like, we hit it off right off the rip because, what I'm saying? We all young dudes, we all in the military, but we all in college. We all from the same area. We all like the same music. We all like all these different things. And what made it us extra tight is it was an era of things going, like a lot of social things going on, and so it made us extra tight. Like it was like a ton of police brutality, right, going on in Newark and Jersey City and all that stuff. And so that stuff made us tighter. We like, you're going to kind of like change the world, but you're going to have fun at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to try to do all these different things, but you still young, wilding out, still want to have fun. That's why, like, when the music came out, it was like the soundtrack to our lives, like the Native Tongues. Like you got Jungle Brothers, Tribe Called Quest, all this stuff. This is like right before Black Sheep came out, right? So it's like right in that pocket of time, right?
Okay.
And so we doing all these things, having fun, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a brotherhood because if you had been left to your own city, wherever it was, you'd have just followed that path, like your neighborhood friends that you grew up with, blah, blah, blah. But since we was in the military, we was making new friends and making new brothers, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what made like these stories so memorable and entertaining. Like you can remember all the details, like step by step, because it was such a weird time that it's like, you remember when Hewitt hollered at the chick in Marksville? We still laugh about that right now. Right. We said, like, no lie. If you think I tell the Janet Jackson story, you let Hewitt and them tell the Janet Jackson story. See, their version of it is a little bit different from mine. Right? Yeah. They version, he up there licking his lip. Bro, I don't do that. That ain't me. I don't come from that, bro. Don't try to put that on me. You know, I ain't that type of I don't come from that. Y'all can look at me. I'm not a pretty boy. I don't do like the pretty boy stuff. I don't have like 6 different lotions and all that. So that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? They like, yeah, he up there, you know what I'm saying, trying to be, you know what I'm saying, GQ smooth. Legit, I'm not Mac Daddy, bro. So, and I don't come from bread. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to use what I got, my limited stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, so this is how they tell the story. They lying, right? They lying, right? They tell the story as the years go by, bro. The story, they add more and more lies to the story. You know what I'm saying? They make the story juicier and juicy. This thing probably 40 seconds is probably how long this thing lasted. But when they tell the story, bro, it's 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, my man though, with my man though, you can tell that he was naive, bro, because he was naive and gullible because the thing happened on a Saturday overnight. I struck out that weekend. I struck out. Trying to be more than I was probably. You know what I'm saying? So I struck out. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the telly watching infomercials and stuff. And then they in their rooms saying, lucky. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. Don't nobody bet 1,000. But this dude, Chuck, Saturday morning when we going to get breakfast, we go into this place called the International House of Pancakes, right? That was the real name of it, right? Yeah. It was before they shortened their name, right? So we go in there, and he in a good mood. He talking to the waitresses. Like, yeah, we ain't from around here. We spent, what I'm saying? He talking to the waitresses and stuff. I'm like, yo, look at my man. So he got that air confidence. He like, talking. I'm like, yo, my man is talking to what? He like, nah, don't worry about it, man. Y'all money ain't good here, man. I got y'all. Wait a minute. It's 5 of us and you buying us breakfast? Yeah, I got it. Y'all deserve it, right? Ma'am, can I have 2 stacks of pancakes since he paying for it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Chuck, his whole life changed overnight, bro. And so when I'm talking to him, I'm like, yo, that must have been.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
he threw it in the air and it turned to sunshine. Yes.
I was about to say we started calling him Richie. I was about to start saying we started calling him Richie, bro.
Wow. So let me ask this: did him and the lady stay together for a while?
You remember that song Babyface, When Can I See You Again?
Uh-huh.
With the guitar. When can I see you again? Yeah.
When my heart breathes again.
So we go from before he started giving her money, it was like every little thing you do, you turn me on. He started giving her money. So he started giving her money. Soon as he started giving her money, right? It's like he playing the this is before he playing Babyface. And yo, that's why I hate Babyface so much, bro. Because my roommate Hewitt used to play that B-side of the Tender Lover, Babyface. He's as soon as I get home, Whip Appeal.
Yo, I'm sorry. Never mind. I don't want to say that bad.
He played.
Womp, womp.
You remember so CD players came out, right? Where you can put CDs. You remember the CD players that had the carousel where you could put 6 CDs in there?
Changer. Yeah,
the CD changer, and then you could program the program and it'll just play certain songs off each CD.
Right.
Bro, he played this song by After 7 called Taking My Time. Oh. How it start? You blow my mind with the things that you do to me. Honey, I can't resist. You're loving your body, whatever it is, right? This is the thing, right? Never forget. We got the joint. My homeboy Brown played it, right? And he was like, yo, run that back, play that again. You play it again. We was in like this. Brown had like a 85 white Mustang stick shift POS, and I had like a 1980 Saab POS. It was beautiful to look at.
Right.
My car was beautiful to look at. When it was parked, bro. When it was parked, it was beautiful, bro. But when I ever cranked it, when I cranked it up, it sounded like Crips and Bloods was having a shootout, bro. That's what it sounded like. And I could have got it fixed for I probably could have got it fixed all the way for like $800. But I was like, $800? Being stupid. But anyway.
Yeah.
I probably would have still had that car if I'd have spent the $800. But anyways. Hewitt, what messed him up, bro, they was good. What happened is that lady and her mom used to live together. Like no dudes, no kids, no nothing.
Oh,
they lived in a single wide trailer, bro. And then their window unit went out. I never forget. Their window unit went out. They called the room phone. I answered the phone. And Hewitt, who was this? Uncle Freezy, why you ask so many questions? I want to talk to my man. Is he there or not? Who your man? Hewitt. And so now he in the chow hall. Can you go to the chow hall and get him? No. But I could tell him to call you when he get back. Because I ain't about to start running errands for no couple. You know what I'm saying? This is before cell phones, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
So I write on the whiteboard. Like we have a little whiteboard, like notes to leave for each other. Because we used to leave paper notes, and for some reason, dudes and
ain't gonna see them paper notes.
You're right.
Put it on the whiteboard.
Right. So we wrote on the whiteboard, right? Yo. I write on the whiteboard the lady name. I ain't gonna say her name. Call ASAP, emergency, 911, all that stuff. So Hewitt calls her. He's like, oh man, and this is when our phone had a cord on it, right?
Uh-huh.
So and Hewitt was in the middle, like I was in the front by the door. That's what I prefer, right? Because in the military, what I didn't want to do is have to carry my duffel bag and all that stuff from the back of the room and all that stuff out the door. I prefer to, you know what I'm saying?
Be right there.
Right. Yeah. And then plus two, antisocials in the building, plus two. Like if I had company, I could just dip right in the door. I ain't had to walk by nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was Brown. It was actually my roommate's phone. We was just paying him like, you know, the phone bill, $30. All of us pay like $10 a piece, but the phone was in his name, right? Hewitt takes the cord, stretches it all the way across the room. He on his bed, right? I'm like, yo, this fool got the cord all the way. So come to find out, their AC unit went out. And their AC unit probably did go out. I'm not calling them a liar. Right? Hewitt is like, yo, Uncle Freezy, go with me to the PX. I got to wire them some money. What? Hewitt, that's their business. You about to start paying their bills? Uncle Freezy, stop playing, man. You know what I'm saying? You always be talking about different. And so my pops was like, yo, my pops always told me, like, the trap starts innocent, right? The trap always start innocent, but it always wind up being a trap. Don't get it twisted, because you see peanut butter, right? Like, or for a mouse, you see the cheese, you don't pay the trap no attention, right? You're like, yo, I gotta help this girl. Her mom, you know, Louisiana summers be hot. They knew that, right? Hewitt goes out, he buys it. So he finances a unit for them. Now, mind you, the air conditioner went out. He financed a unit for them. $1,000. $1,000, bro. He financed it. Right? 12 months, he was paying like $100 a month. Crazy. So now, before Hewitt, they had an air conditioner. After Hewitt, they got Central Air.
Okay. All right. Let me back. Let's go back a little bit because my brain is working a little bit overtime here. When y'all first met them, were y'all in uniform?
No. But we look like soldiers because of haircut and shave. Yeah. And like I told you yesterday on the phone, Hewitt had on his birth control glasses.
Oh no, that was game from the jump. Yo, them glasses will not get you anybody. That's why they call them the birth control glasses. They look terrible.
Right.
Oh no, they knew what they were doing.
Right.
She knew what she was doing. Oh no, Hewitt. You got played. Continue, sir. Oh, Hewitt, God. Oh, God. God damn it.
Yo, Danny Landis is in the building. What's good, man? Yeah, man. Yep. Hey, Wiz says birth control. Yes, bro. What I'm saying is he paid $100 a month, right? It ain't nothing. He had it. He was an E4. He had it. You know what I'm saying? He had no family. It was just him. You know what I'm saying? He's sending money back home and all that stuff, and not to get in that man's pocket. But he did that for a year. That thing was over with, Chuck. When that thing was over with, right? Think about it. When that thing was over with, right? He could have walked away, right?
No.
My man gets So the thing is, my man gets no lie. Things happen in the same day. I don't know how fate does it, right? I don't know how fate does these type of things, right? I get orders to go do some stuff, right? I ain't gonna get into it.
Right.
This ain't the time or the place, and plus, I don't want to talk about it. But I get orders to go somewhere. Hewitt gets orders to go to Korea, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tells her that he got orders to go to Korea, right? A week later, this effer is at the motor pool passing out cigars. So I'm like, cigars? What's the 4th of July? He like, no. I'm gonna be a daddy. And so I'm like, what? Hewitt.
Yo, I want to punch the air right now. Like Trey
Chuck,
and Boys
Chuck,
in the Hood. Like,
Chuck,
what the?
Easy, Chuck, this is my friend, bro. Easy, bro. This is my friend, right? This is my friend, right? I'm talking about to this day, this dude is still my friend. To this day. This happened in 90 or something, right? To this day, that is still my friend, right? He get orders to go to Korea on like a Thursday. The next Friday, he had the motor pool passing out cigars. So I leave, and listen, man, and it was a sad time, right? So I leave first to go to do my thing. I'm gonna be gone. I leave to do my thing, man. It's mad emotional. All these brothers, you know, we separated because in the world things are happening in places like Somalia, Bosnia, all these places in Europe. Things are like happening. And so we getting plucked to go to all these different places, right? So I got to go to a place in Central America, and then when I come back, I got to go to a place called Somalia, right? This dude is going to Korea, but at the same time that all this stuff is going on, Saddam Hussein is doing his thing in Iraq. So we all going to all these different places, right? But we all know when we come back, all of us know where we going, right?
Absolutely.
All of us know where we going. Soulfinger can identify. Soulfinger, you see what Wiz, you can identify with what I'm getting at, right? So it's a sad time, man. I'm leaving my brother. I don't know, and at the time, I don't know if I'm ever gonna see these dudes again because the stuff that he's sending us to is dangerous, right? But whatever. So I leave, man, and this is the first time in my life that I've actually felt like crying. Like these dudes was my brothers, man. You don't realize how tight you are with people until it's time for y'all to separate, right? So it's time for y'all to go to all these different places, right? And so I leave first, right? And I get a letter. Right. This is like I leave and about 40. I leave and this is like about 2 months, 2.5 months in, maybe about 10 weeks. I get a letter from Hewitt like, yo, man, I'm reading a letter, and as I read it, I can hear his voice. Like, yo, man, we thinking it's gonna be a girl, because they saying it's gonna be a girl and this is how country people, this is how bunking we are, but don't know it. We think it's gonna be a girl because all she want is pickles, and she have gas all the time. So when that happened, she gonna have a girl. Now ain't no science, ain't no doctor said nothing.
Nothing.
Right, nothing. Right. We think it's gonna be a girl. So now this dude is gonna be a father for the first time, and it's a girl. So how his heart is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's his heartstring off the rip. So I go through my thing, and like I have like a month left, and in the month that I'm preparing to come back, my man leaves and goes to Korea. So when I'm on my way, hey, so Wiz, well, Chuck, so that month, that last month, I'm doing recovery. Like we did everything that we need to do. So now we doing TA-50 inspections, doing recovery, cleaning up all of our stuff, doing inspections, getting medical checks to make sure you ain't bringing nothing back, no diseases back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
While I'm doing that, Hewitt is out processing, making sure he can go. Right. So what happens is Hewitt and them, they go to a certain place, an out processing place, and then Hewitt gets his orders changed, and he's staying. They pull him back. They pull the whole, not just him, right? They pull the entire unit back. Instead of sending that unit from Louisiana, they send a unit to Germany because things escalated. They're like, no, hurry, we got to hurry and get them over there. So they send a unit from Germany over there, right? And so our unit come back. And Chuck, no lie, hand to the man. Our train pulls, because we took the train, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our train pulls in about 11:30 that night, right? And so we're like an hour away from post at this depot, right? Nobody there. It's just us, our TA-50. We unloaded our stuff, right? We have a formation to make sure all heads are, you know how it is. Make sure everybody's accounted for all that stuff. So we load our stuff up on a 5-ton truck, right? Think about the military. Military make me sick sometimes. So we load up all of our personal TA-50 on a 5-ton truck, right? Your duffel bag got spray painted on the bottom with your name and all that stuff with the stencil and all that.
Right.
So we load up our stuff on a 5-ton truck, right? And the dude driving the 5-ton truck is my man's the dude that don't know the music, the whack DJ.
Okay.
He drive, man. I get out, man. We yo, man. He like, he like, yo. He telling me without telling me. He like, yo, that 151 just ain't no punk. He just like give me the, because he know when we get back, we about to party like it's 1999, bro. So we load up on a personnel carrier. It's called a deuce and a half. Anybody in the chat know what a deuce and a half is?
Capital.
Wiz, you know what a deuce and a half is? So we get on the back of a deuce and a half, right? And so they like telling like these things and our leadership, like us assistant squad leader and squad leaders is like, yo, when we get back, man, what I'm saying? Make sure y'all don't do nothing stupid this weekend, because come Monday, you're already put y'all stuff in so we can get y'all little ribbons and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all some award, whatever.
No, yeah. Put
don't
on your chest.
Yeah, don't mess this weekend up. Right? Don't have like, yo, it happens all the time. Don't say you're not gonna do it. Just relax, have a good time, see your people, but don't mess this weekend up. Right?
Facts, yes.
So I'm like, okay. I'm like, Sarge, I'm a grown man, Sarge. You know I ain't gonna mess this thing up. I'm 21 years old with a pocket full of money. What can I do wrong? Come on, so I'm 21, bro. I'm 21. I did the thing you asked me to do. I did it exactly the way you planned it. When I was doing it, you was like, yeah, Uncle Freezy, yeah. And not just me, but the group I was with.
Right.
They were so excited that we executed it the way, like we had worked on it for like a year, took a break, forgot about it. They bought us back for a refresher. Then we went out and did it over with that thing, come back, whatever, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yo, didn't we do good? He's like, yeah, man, y'all did great, man. Y'all did great. So I was like, yo, I need to celebrate. He's like, oh, jeez, Uncle Freezy. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. But don't do nothing crazy. So we riding and we just talking. You know, Deuce and a Halves are loud and they got the canvas covers on it. Ain't no cover on the Deuce and a Half. It's just that canvas flat. Because, you know, the Deuce and a Half have ribs over the top where you can throw the canvas over it and buckle it down.
Right.
We in the back of that Deuce and a Half. And all I can think about is tear the club up. Tear the club up. Tear the club up. This is all everybody, right? So we get back. We pull onto post. It's dark. It's like 2:30 in the morning. You don't see no cars on the street. All you see is street lights. You know how you sitting in the back of a car, you just see the street lights going by you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we pull around to our office, basically where Pack is at, right? Ain't nobody up there, man. And then he shift gears, wind down in the gears, and pull around to the back. And it's like the whole company is back there waiting on us in a civilian clothes. Just like they can't wait, man. All our homeboys are there. Yeah, my man's is back. They back, baby. They back. You know what I'm saying? They out there. You know what I'm saying? This it was a new thing that came out. It's this thing called a chest bump. Like you jump in the air and bump somebody with your chest. That was brand new back then. I see them doing that, and I'm looking at they out there, and I see them, and they out there celebrating, bro. And so we get off, right? And like we on the parking lot, and our platoon sergeant is like, yo, we gotta do this thing. It's gonna take 30 minutes. If y'all do it right, it'll take 30 minutes or less. If y'all act up, we're gonna be out here all day. And I was like, oh, jeez. So what we had to do was take our weapons, our sidearm, right? We gotta take our sidearm, we gotta take our all of our weapons, the stuff that we took. We gotta check them back in. We gotta make sure all the chemical stuff that we took, the sensors and all that stuff for my job. That you know how you do, you know the stuff that you use to perform your job. You got to check the serial numbers on them and check them back in to the what's the name, right?
Yes, sir.
So we check the stuff back in, and like they waiting over there. They just waiting, and so hey, our platoon sergeant says, "Platoon, attention!" Right. And so we stand there at attention, right? We standing there at attention, right? And he looked at us, and he know we about to cut up, right? He know we about to cut up, right? So he says, dismiss. And like he let us go, bro. And the crowd, our little platoon at the company, they go crazy. They jumping all on my head, man. I'm hugging dudes, dapping dudes, right? And then I look and I see Hewitt. And I see Brown. Like they over there off on the thing. I go running over there. I was like, yo, I thought you was gonna be in Korea. Like, nah, man, they changed our orders. Bro, it's like being reunited with one of your cousins, bro.
Yes.
One of your, you know what I'm saying? So, man, Chuck, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. It was like one of the best moments of my life because I was the one that was gone. They was the ones that wasn't. Yeah. And I thought when I came back, because I had already been through this before. I thought when I came back, it wasn't gonna be nobody there. I thought I was gonna be in the room by myself while those dudes was going to Korea for a year or so. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna have a room to myself. So when I get out, because mind you, we communicating by letter. We're not communicating by phone, right? So we over there, man, and I'm like, oh my God, man. And Brown and my homeboy Brown, I never forget. He like, yo, your homeboy is a sucker for love. Yo, he used to call him S Flat. Right? He used to call him S Flat. He's like, yo, S Flat, you ready to go to the chow hall? He started calling me S Flat. And so what S Flat stood for was sucker for love ass trick. That's what he used to call him, S Flat. You sucker for love.
I love it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, and I think it was like in an Ice Cube song or whatever, where he got it from. But he's called him S Flat or whatever. But bro, we like got there, man, and it was like one of like the best moments. How I knew that I had loved them dudes. Them dudes was my brothers. Was, man, when our platoon sergeant said, you know what I'm saying, dismissed. Bro, Chuck, mind you, it's 2:30 in the morning, right? In a small town in Louisiana, we coming back. It's like 50 of us, right? And the rest of the company, all the homies that was on post, some of the ones that lived off post, they came too, but they came. They was like, yo, they gonna be back at such and such time, and we was like 2 hours late, but whatever. And they waited there the whole time. Ain't nobody left. And when we came back, man, we celebrated, bro. Right. We go upstairs. I lock, because what happens is, you know, we didn't steal some wall lockers, but we borrowed some wall lockers. So we kept our TA-50 in one wall locker, and then the wall locker in front of us, we just kept it personalized with our stuff, clothes and all that. But Chuck, when I tell you Hewitt talked me to death about his baby girl being born, bro, from that chick that he met, I was like, yo, this can't even be real right here. But anyway, man, I got off the rails. My bad for hijacking, bro.
Man, that was a great story. I don't know about anybody else. I was enjoying it.
Yeah,
I was enjoying it. It definitely took me back to some of my fun times in the military. All right. So what happens with the young woman and the baby and all that good stuff?
She had the baby.
Okay.
She had a baby, right? And it is a girl. And Hewitt mom calls and she asked me, she was like, you think that's his baby? I was like, I don't know. I wasn't there. She was like, so one of y'all need to talk to him. Cause the thing is, how I know he gullible, right? How I know he naive? Because his mom said he naive.
Oh, that's a fact. Moms know. They know
Moms
their kids.
know, bro.
Oh boy.
Mom asked me to talk. Hey, y'all need to talk to him. Tell him to get that thing done. I was like, okay, I'll talk to him about it. But you know, it costs $275. The paternity test, that's what it cost back then, $275.
Right.
Dudes used to mess up, they get the $75 one, but the margin of error on it was like so you get the blood test. I mean, I'm sorry, it's something like a swab test, something like $75, and the dude paid child support for like 15 years and then get the blood test when done and find out it ain't his, all that money gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I talked to him like, yo, make sure you get that paternity test, B. And they have to separate us. Like the dude was going to jump on me. And he's trying to put his hands on me, right? I'm like, oh. I'm like, boss, I'm your friend, bro. Like, you always got something negative to say. And I'm like, no, man, I don't.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh boy.
No, go ahead, man.
No. I didn't have anything to say. I just bust out laughing because I was like, yo, I can't believe, yo, this is how you know this guy is gullible and things aren't what they seem, because he immediately got mad.
Yeah.
Because he know inside that probably ain't his kid. But go ahead.
There might be a chance. Like there might be a chance that might not be his. Because I was like, and see, the thing is at that age, you responsible, but there's always the opportunity to make fun of somebody and make them laugh at their expense too. Right. Make them feel bad. But if it's funny, so what? Right? This is the time. We young and immature. Right? So I talked to him like, yo, I'm your man, bro. Come on. Right? And so I'm like, yo, if there is so I mess around and let the wrong words slip out. So I'm like, Hewitt, you are the weekend love. And my roommate Brown starts this BS Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Saturday.
And see, I'm trying to tell him that she probably had a man during the week. And then on the weekend, Hewitt, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
She 2.5 hours away. Right? She 2.5. Chuck, one time she got sick. Right? She got sick and she couldn't hold the baby and all that. So don't you know that fool drove 2.5 hours, spent the night, drove 2.5 hours back and was standing in formation?
That's a good dude. Just bad situation. Yo, for your child, you do that, man. Don't. For Miss Mobley, you are absolutely do it, but he doing it for the wrong person. That's why it seems crazy. Like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, continue,
bro.
Oh,
when I called him the weekend, because I didn't have no other way to explain it. When I call him the weekend love, bro, it was the worst thing I could have ever did, bro. I called him the weekend love, and he was so, man. Bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I call him the weekend love. He was so mad at me. Now, mind you, I boxed in the military, and I'm nice with these, right? Hewitt ain't that. He is not a fighter at all, under no circumstance, right? He could barely qualify at the rifle range. He ain't that dude, but he's smart, right? He's an intellectual dude, right? And he a good guy, too, by the way. Real good guy. I'm like, Hewitt, what are you doing? Right? So I call him the weekend love, and my roommate Brown, I was the youngest dude in the room. So like Hewitt at the time was like 24, Brown was like 22, and I was like 20, 21, right? And so I'm trying to explain, hey, you ain't nobody daddy. I'm like, I'm not trying to be your daddy, bro. I'm saying you meet this one girl, and all of a sudden, you a family man. You got to drive 2.5 hours in the rain? Come on, bro. What are you doing? He like, you just say that because you ain't got no girl. And at the time I didn't, bro. At the time I didn't. Right. At the time I didn't, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But it was intentional. I'm like, yo, the fuck? Bro, I'm 20. I got a pocket full of money. I got an exotic car, and it was a POS, bro. Trust me, the car was military. Yeah, Chuck, I'm 20. I got a nice car. At least in my mind, I think it's nice. Right? At least in my mind, I think it's nice. It was probably a POS, right? It's a POS. But in my mind, from where I'm from, Saab was exotic. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I got me a POS, and it wasn't worth nothing. The engine, I probably could have got it fixed, but I was too busy. I was too busy trying to buy outfits so that I could get in the city lights. But anyway. But so I'm telling you, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Just be. And my man, he didn't speak to me for like forever. I bet you Hewitt didn't speak to me for like, it was like a minute. Hewitt didn't speak to me for like 6 hours. Right now, mind you, me and him was super tight. Right, we just talk. Me and him used to talk just for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. We used to just talk for nothing. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because we was tight. Like, he from Jersey, I'm from Jersey. Got all these things in common. He was like my brother. He was so mad at me, Chuck. He walked out the room. He wouldn't even look at me, bro. He wouldn't even. That's how mad he was.
Wow.
And so so those two dudes, I think, Brown ETS'd, right? Brown ETS'd. So then, and I'm just fast forwarding for the sake of saving time, but Brown ETS'd, right? And he wound up going back to Brooklyn, right? And then North Carolina. And then so it was me and Hewitt in the room. And so it came time for me to either re-enlist or ETS. And me and Hewitt used to talk all the time. He's like, what you want to do? I was like, I don't know. He was like, well, why don't you stay in the Army until you figure it out? And I was like, well, what if I want to do something else and then I'm stuck for the next 6 years? He was like, well, you could do it while you're in the Army. I was like, you know what? But I could also get out of the Army. I could ETS. And then if I find I missed the Army, I can get back in. You know what I'm saying? He was like, true, right. whatever. So I'm about to ETS, and this lady that I meet, super fine. No, like true story. I'm gonna say this, but I ain't gonna hold this up. I meet a lady, Chuck. She's super fine, tall. She like 6 foot tall, super thick. I met her. She was working at Walmart, right? Her name Peaches. We was in Texas. Lady named Peaches. Super fun. Everything perfect. She had her own car, always had money. Like, pay attention. Just want chat. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. Super fine. Always had money. She used to have this little gig that she used to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. One day, I look in my thing, all my credit cards, all my debit cards is gone. All of them. Right? All of them gone. Right? I call the bank. The bank is like, no, you can't cancel because somebody already called up here and changed the passwords and all that stuff on them. So I'm like, no, that can't be right because I'm the owner of those cards. It's like, well, you got to come up here when the bank open back, right? And then, you know what I'm saying, bring your photo ID.
Right.
And I look, my military ID is gone and my driver's license. So she got me. She stole my stuff. And so not only did she steal my money, and she stole my identity, right? All of it. And I was like, yo, all you do is ring people up at Walmart and you got you I think she was driving like this is like 91. She driving like a 1990 Ford Probe or something. You remember Ford Probes?
Oh yeah, I had one of them. I had 89. No, 90.
Yeah, so she had a new Probe basically. Okay. Like, how you
couldn't afford it, brand new, yeah.
Hewitt, you talk about me, right? You talk about me. It's flat. It's flat, right? Hewitt, now at the time, bro, I'm broke. He like, yo, but you was talking about me, sucker for love, right? This is how your friends throw shit back in your face, bro. It make you so mad. I'm like, Hewitt, now ain't the time, bro. Just like this lady going around pretending to be me. I'm getting receipts in the mail from JCPenney from where somebody spent $297 addressed to me, but I ain't did it. But Hewitt held me down. Like the whole time I was going through this, right? Hewitt held me down. He's like, you hungry, boss? Yeah, man, I'm gonna go to the chow hall. He's like, nah, man, I'm ready to go out here, you know what I'm saying, to Jack in the Box, man. Come on. Get what you want. The whole time, Hewitt took care of me the whole time. And mind you, I was ETSing too. So I was ETSing, right? With no money, no nothing, right? Never forget. They finally get my stuff right. So I finally get a paycheck, but my credit is ruined, right? I finally start getting like 2 paychecks. I got to pay all these bills that I didn't pay because of whatever. So I pay all that stuff. And then I found a way to save a little bit of money. When I was leaving, I'll never forget when Hewitt was taking me to the airport. Right? Now you're a dip man, you know what I'm saying? He crying. He like the R&B dude. Like we in the room playing NBA Jam. He in there listening to 7 Whole Days. 7 Whole Days. I'm like, Hewitt, it ain't nothing but grown men. It ain't nothing but grown men in here, bro. Why you playing Tony Braxton?
Man, you better put the headphones on.
Yes, bro. At the time I was ETSing, I think
right.
What was at the time I was ETSing? What was I can't remember what was out, and I can't remember the joint that was out. But anyway, I ETS, and when I get ready to go, he would call me back. Hey man, listen. Hey, take this with you. He put $75 in my hand. He was like, you know what I'm saying? You always buy drinks for everybody else, man. Let me buy you drinks on the plane. Right? So he put $75. Bro, $75 and 95, bro. That's something. Right? So I leave, Chuck, and this is how I tell you like who your real friends are, right? So I get out, I'm in Jersey City, I come down to South Carolina to visit. We go to a club, we get drunk, right? We coming home, the axle breaks on the car. The car is spinning in a road like this, like a top. It's spinning so fast that I can't see nothing, right? And the next thing you know, we go off a cliff, right? Off a cliff. Not like one of them Hollywood cliffs, like where you see but we go off this embankment, right? It's like going down towards the lake. And a car slams into a tree on my side, and it breaks everything in my leg from like right below my kneecap all the way up through my hip and all of that, right? So I'm in the hospital, right? I'm in the hospital, man. And, you know, I got all these surgeries, all these surgeons coming around, family members, all this stuff. Get the surgery, go home. I'm in the room, right? And no lie, I ain't gonna lie to you, Chuck, man. I was crying every day, right? I'm broken down, crying and depressed. I think I might have had depression, right? Because here I go from this big, strong man that could do whatever it is that he felt like doing to a man that couldn't walk and was bedridden, right? Staples. When I looked at my leg, I had staples all the way up the side of my leg, all the way up my hip, all the way. You know what I'm saying? And I got this stuff coming out of it, right? So I'm dabbing it. I got stuff coming out. You know how your wound is trying to heal and all this stuff. You know how they put the thing on it. You take the thing off. It got all that stuff in it. Not trying to discuss y'all or whatever, but and the phone rings, right? It's my homeboy Williams from Chicago. He like, yo, this Uncle Freezy? I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, man, you sound sad, man. You all right? Like, man, I'm in this room by myself. The lights off. You know, like Chuck, I was sitting in the dark, just pitch black. Just sitting in the dark, man, feeling sorry for myself. Right? And I'm like, yo, how you get this number? He was like, yo, I called Norris. Norris had your pop's telephone number, and we got your number from your pops. Right? And I can hear someone in the background. Let me talk to him. And so William's like, yo, somebody want to talk to you. Guess who it is? It's Hewitt. Hewitt like, yo, man, you can't drive? You don't know how to drive? He telling jokes. Like trying to lighten the mood. And no lie, at that moment, I felt so dark. Like I was like depressed in this dark thing. Can't move around. It's like 3 weeks of people. Like Chuck, I couldn't even wipe my own butt, bro. Right, I couldn't even wipe my own butt. I couldn't even move. I was in so much pain. I was taking so much medicine, all these different things. I have a rod in my leg to this day, about this long in my femur, where my leg was broke in so many places that they had to go put a rod in there to stabilize it so my leg could grow back right. Right. I'm knowing all these things, right? I'm like 22, 23 years old, feeling sorry for myself. Not knowing that I had a full life ahead of me, I'm thinking that the life that I knew it was probably over, right? So I'm talking to Hewitt. Hewitt was like, "Yo, give me your address, man. I'm gonna send you something." Right? I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm good. Don't send me nothing." It's like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna send you something." So I give him the address, Chuck. Like 2 weeks later, I get the letter, and they got Hewitt, and they got the little smiley face on it. I didn't know you could draw smiley faces on your mail, bro. I didn't know that. So as soon as I saw the smiley face, it kind of cheered me up a little bit. I opened it up. Guess what it is? It's the video game that we used to play on Super Nintendo, a game called Super Mario Kart. Right? Not a new one. Not a new one, but the one that we used to play. Right? He mailed Super Mario Kart to me, man, and it kind of made my day, man, and it kind of got me. Like once he did that, bro, I was still on the walker. So I walked over to the window. I pulled the curtains back, man. And you remember blinds? Remember you had to snatch the blind and then the blind would go rolling up. So I snatched the blind go rolling up or whatever. And the sunshine come in. And I'm like, man, ain't nothing like having friends, even naive ones. Man, I done bored Chuck to death. My bad, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The older version. Yeah, Wiz, that's a friend right there. Yo, your screen green, but your screen went green for a second, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. My bad. Hey, chat, man. I ain't mean to bore. I'm sorry for boring y'all to death, man. But I just wanted to share that because while I was calling my man naive and gullible, I wasn't saying it in a sense that I disliked him. That's my man. That's my man, 50 grand. So yeah, man. Man, it's coming. It's raining cats and dogs. Hey, Chuck, I gotta run. I gotta sign up for this gym, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I gotta sign up for this gym, and it done started coming down cats and dogs. So, hey, chat, man, thank y'all for hanging out with us, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, man. Chef NYK is in the building. We definitely get ready to link up. I'm gonna get out of here. Chuck, you wanna piece us up? Piece us out.
Hey, man, thank you for coming through, man. We appreciate all the vibrant ones. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time. Until then, peace.
Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all.